How often do we find ourselves questioning the nature of conflict? How did we get here? How did this all start? Well, today, we'll be delving into the recent Israel-Hamas war, tracing its origins, its chronology, and its implications. Our tale begins in the bustling streets of Jerusalem, a city steeped in history and faith. Tensions had been brewing for a while, with both Palestinian protests and Israeli police actions escalating. Then, one fateful day, the situation took a drastic turn. Hamas, the political organization ruling Gaza, launched a barrage of rockets into Israel. This marked the beginning of a new chapter in the long-standing Israel-Palestine conflict. Israel, in response, mobilized its defense systems and retaliated. The Israeli Defense Forces, or IDF, targeted strategic locations in Gaza, aiming to incapacitate Hamas's ability to launch further attacks. The skies of Gaza lit up with the fiery glow of explosions, the air filled with the deafening roar of rockets and the piercing wail of sirens. The conflict escalated quickly, turning into a full-blown war. The international community watched with bated breath as the situation spiraled out of control. Calls for peace echoed around the globe, but the violence showed no signs of abating. As the war continued, the human cost grew increasingly apparent. Civilians caught in the crossfire bore the brunt of the violence. People fled their homes, seeking shelter from the relentless bombardment. The images of scared children and desperate families fleeing their homes painted a grim picture of the reality of war. Despite international pressure and pleas for a ceasefire, the conflict raged on. The Israeli Prime Minister, reassuring his troops, ominously said, "The next stage is coming." Meanwhile, in Gaza, residents were faced with uncertainty and fear, unsure of when or if a ceasefire would come. Now let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. This recent Israel-Hamas conflict has far-reaching implications. It has not only reignited the decades-old conflict, but it also has significant geopolitical ramifications. It's affecting global economies, with the US dollar rising as investors seek safer bets in the face of uncertainty. It's putting pressure on tech companies to accurately represent the situation in their AI chatbots. It's a stark reminder of the fragility of peace and the complexity of international relations. So, in summary, the recent Israel-Hamas war is a complex and multifaceted issue. It began with escalating tensions in Jerusalem, erupted into full-blown conflict with Hamas's rocket attacks and Israel's retaliation, and has since had a profound impact on civilians, economies, and geopolitics. It's a sobering reminder of the far-reaching effects of conflict, the urgency of peace, and the intricate web of international relations. As we watch the events unfold, we are reminded of the importance of understanding, empathy, and dialogue in resolving conflicts. We are reminded that peace is not just the absence of war, but the presence of justice. And we are reminded that in the face of adversity, humanity's capacity for resilience, hope, and solidarity shines through.